Hey guys, we are live with Spilling the Reality with Trisha and Kiley, and we have special guests today, noodlers from Dayton, Tennessee, and Paintlet, Kentucky, accents thicker than ours, rhythm better than ours, but still couldn't pull out the W. In the amazing race, we have the first team eliminated, Nathan and Cody. We're so excited to have you guys. Welcome to the show.
Hello, hello. How's it going? Howdy. How y'all doing today?
We're great. We're glad that y'all could join us, but we were hoping to see you on the show a little bit longer. So that's a little disappointing.
Yeah, we were hoping to be on the show a little bit longer. Somebody's
So-
got to be first.
Somebody's got to be first. So before we came on, we were chatting with Nathan and Cody a little bit, and they let us know that they were recruits for the show. And so just wondering, what did you know about the show before you went on? And, what were you thinking going on to the show? Like, what were your thoughts?
For me, I had seen a few episodes, not a whole lot, but just the opportunity to go. I knew it was a big traveling show, and we did a little research right before we got cast. So, just the opportunity to go. I mean, it's hard to say no to that. So,
I'd seen a few episodes here and there. It was something that's always been a dream of mine to travel. I do travel a lot, but mostly when I travel to places that I can scuba dive. So that's like my hobby.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
how did they find y'all? Since you said that they found y'all.
Well, they found my Instagram page.
Okay.
So my Instagram page is the same as my name, Cody Buell, and it's got all the crazy things I've done: bull riding, paragliding, noodling. I worked at the Chemical Weapons Depot in Kentucky. Trying to think, I've done all kinds of crazy stuff. I've dove with bull sharks without cages in Playa del Carmen in Mexico. So a lot of crazy stuff. And
wow,
They're like, we've got to get this guy.
I think they searched for noodling, and then I think they found Hannah Barron, and I think she's gorgeous, and I think she just never replied. And so we are the second most attractive noodlers, which I think we're noodling that saying a lot over there. You know what I'm saying? So
they're like, we're gonna go with the second best. They replied to us.
For noodling, we're a solid 10 out of 10. But in the general populace, we're a solid 1.5 out of 10.
These two guys right here look like they won't have a heart attack and die. So we might get them.
Yeah. They got all their teeth.
So like we said, we had a lot of viewers, or we had commenters, and they're like, noodling, like, what is noodling? And I know you'll explain it a little bit on the show, but for those who are joining us for the first time, tell us about, like, what is noodling and what do you like so much about noodling?
Well, noodling is literally you will go underwater, you stick your hand in a hole, and you hope a catfish bites you. And, you get a hold of it and pull it out. But, I mean, it's an extreme adrenaline rush. It's not like, don't think it was the waters outside of Tobago where you've seen on TV of us. It's crystal clear water. It's not usually that clear, it's, sometimes it's muddy water. So you can't see anything. You're literally just blind, putting your hand in a hole and hoping something bites it.
I hope it's something that's a catfish and not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you been bitten by a snake or anything else?
Turtle.
I've been doing it for 10 years now, and I've never been anything but just a catfish. I've stepped on a turtle before, but that's the closest it's come.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
He's actually the one who taught me to noodle. So it was 6 years when we filmed the show, and then 8 years ago he taught me to noodle. So we measure everything noodling seasons right here. 8 noodling seasons to go.
We got 8 noodling seasons of friendship here.
Yep.
So
Yep, that's exactly right.
So speaking of your friendship, tell us a little bit about, like, how did you two become? So I know before we went on, I was like, it says Paintlet, Kentucky, and that's kind of far from Dayton. How did y'all become friends? So tell the viewers how y'all became friends.
Okay, so when I was interviewing for jobs, and I interviewed for this job here in Dayton, Tennessee, and they said, okay, you've got it basically. And I asked them, hey, is there anybody that noodles around the plant? And they gave me a few names, and finally I ran into Nathan, and we just kind of hit it off from there. He had lost his last noodling partner, and so I guess I kind of filled that void.
Yeah,
That's awesome. I love
I
that.
didn't have a boat at the time, and so it was, and Cody did. So I mean, it was just perfect. Like noodling season was fixing to come on, and like I needed a ride, and I was like, well, I'll give him a chance and see how good he does. So it's perfect.
That video is up on the internet on my YouTube channel, and I'm screaming like a little girl, just pumped. It was probably maybe 10 pounds.
Maybe 10 pounds.
Maybe at most. So it wasn't a big fish, but I was stoked. I was absolutely stoked.
That's great. That is so cool.
Yeah, this is the relationship we never knew we needed.
Yeah. His wife gets really upset at me now.
Yeah.
Because noodling season, his wife gets to be married 9 months a year, and I get to be semi-married 3 months a year.
Right. Yeah.
To Nathan. So during noodling season, he becomes mine.
So both of our husbands, mine and Trisha's husbands, are hunters. So we understand that like hunting season's just starting in Texas. So for like the next 3 months, every weekend they're going to be gone. So we understand that.
Yeah. Regularly, me and Kylie are like prepping for a show or FaceTiming about something, and one of our husbands will walk in and be like, "Can I go hunting now?" Like they're like always asking for permission. Like, and we're like, "We know we don't see y'all at this time of year."
Yeah.
Well, good wives. What good wives.
Yeah. So all right, so we know that y'all's season was filmed 2 years ago. So what was it, what was it like for y'all sitting on this for 2 years, knowing like, oh, we had this really incredible experience and we can't really talk about it?
And did y'all know that it was going to air? Like, what did y'all know that it didn't air in 2018 when it was filmed, and they released the Reality Stars one? And did y'all think it just was in the can and y'all were never going to get to be shown, or what was the thought process there?
I think for both of us, it was about the experience. It was not getting on national TV.
Mm-hmm.
It was really about being able to spend time with him and travel around the world. So really having it air on TV is just icing on the cake.
Yeah.
And then for me, it's another ulcer brought back up when I hear that freaking song again.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably been haunting your dreams, and then you get to see it played on TV for 30 minutes.
Yep.
I bet you could play it perfect now.
Nope. I mean, we're a strong team together. So like when we noodle, I can tell how much air he's got left by how he's moving. I can tell when he gets bit by a catfish. I can tell you what he's thinking. He knows what I'm thinking better than I do. And like when I get in relationship issues with my girlfriend, Nathan will explain to her what the problem is. Like this is legit.
This is what Cody's thinking. I'll just tell you what he's thinking, and he has a hard time explaining what he's thinking. This is how it is, and it's like, oh, I'll have to smooth all that over.
Yeah, so he does that. So we knew that we would crush at almost anything, physical, mental, like that. But we knew that dancing and singing were going to be our weak spot.
Yeah,
right.
And I don't know that I could have prepared with a steel drum, even. So
well, like I told him, if I would have done the challenge, we probably would have still been there if I would have done it. So I mean, he did much better than I think I could have done at it. So I mean, I got no regrets.
Yeah. So one question we had was, how far behind the NFL guys were y'all?
So I think it was kind of there was some stuff that happened off the camera that put us behind. Probably about 40 minutes that could have kept us in the race. I really think.
Wow.
You were right. We were pretty close to them. Not extremely close to the NFL guys, but
yeah. And you never know what has happened, or if they had went the wrong way in the boat somewhere. So you have to race to the end, because you on the show you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, we were thinking, they're going to get to the mat, which how it's edited, it just all happens kind of at one time. It looks very close, like y'all ran in right behind them on the show, right. And so we were like,
It's going to be a
being so
non-elimination leg.
yeah, Bill's gonna say it's a non-elimination. Everyone gets to go because they've done that in the past, and so we're really hoping to get to see you guys on our screens a little more. Me and Kylie have talked about if we had to do that drum competition, we also have zero rhythm. I'm tone deaf so bad, like
Yeah.
I can't. The numbers wouldn't help me because I'd be so offbeat. So, y'all, if Nathan would have done it, y'all don't think he would have done any better?
No, we would still would have been. Yeah, the poor people that was had to play with us. I mean, I felt bad for them after a while,
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about just, y'all do have the Southern charm. And so, Cody, when you were picking out your person to help you, you were like, y'all are all so beautiful, but I'm going to pick you. And I was like, they are probably just loving this team. Y'all are so nice. And yeah, it's just disappointing. We wanted to see
and
y'all
I think that's genuine Cody. I mean, that's no matter where we've been, if we've been on camera or not, that's the interaction he has with everybody. So that was nothing out of the ordinary. That wasn't played up for TV. That's Cody in general.
We're both very loving guys.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all definitely came across like that.
Yeah, it came across as a very genuine, like, just this is how you are with everybody, and the people that were helping y'all, they were just all smiles. I think at one point you said, like, my name's Cody, like, you'll learn my name in a second, or yeah, you're gonna learn my name or something like that. And I think because you're like going back so many times. So yeah, y'all were funny.
Yeah, it was countless.
So what did you think about traveling to Trinidad? Was there somewhere in particular y'all were hoping to get to travel to, or was this somewhere you were interested in?
No, not personally. I mean, I'm up to go anywhere. It wouldn't matter. But I wanted to go to Vietnam. That was the place that I picked that they had talked to us before.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing the coastline in Vietnam, just pictures and stuff on the internet. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
So that's where I was wanting to head.
I hear you, children.
So yeah, I'm sorry. Like, and I'm trying to mute whenever the viewers, my kids are in the background. So I'm sorry. I'm just gonna apologize in advance. They're talkers. I'll mute.
No, you're good. You're good. So I started following a lot of y'all on Twitter, and it looks like your cast is really close. So did y'all have some people in particular that you got close to, and have you kept in touch over the last 2 years?
You want it? Yeah, for everybody. We've kept in touch with everybody. Everybody is super nice, super friendly. I mean, we root for all of them. We literally have a text chain that will at any time in the last 2 years, we've probably not gone 2 days without talking to everybody.
Oh wow, that is
Oh
so
my
cool.
gosh.
I mean, super close. Super close. We've had a reunion.
You can tell
so
y'all have hung out over obviously pre-COVID. I know COVID's probably put a little bit of restrictions on hanging out with the cast. But that's we get that vibe from social media. So if y'all aren't following this cast on social media, for one, like all of them are posting about each other and not just their own experiences. And you can tell from social media posts that you guys were a really close cast, and that y'all are friends, but you can't tell everything on social media. So that's interesting to know that y'all talk regularly.
Everybody on the cast is just amazing people, and each person, the more you're with them, the longer you want to be with them. They're all just great people, and they all warm my heart. I can tell you that. They bring a smile to my heart, so they're good people.
That's great. I mean, obviously you can't tell us anything that's going to happen in the future on the season, but when y'all were there at the starting line, who did you look at and think, okay, that's going to be our biggest competition?
Kelly and LeVon.
Okay,
Kelly,
yeah.
We thought, okay, just by Kelly's haircut, it was like, oh, this is super intimidating.
Yeah, she had the predator haircut with the predator dreads. I expect her to be like, oh.
She was like, I'm gonna get y'all. I'm about to beat everybody in this place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we thought it was so funny because, everybody else running with the goats, they were getting pulled, and she was pulling that goat behind her. She took off like nobody's business.
Yeah, spoiler alert, she's a big softie. She's very sweet. So.
Yeah, very
Hilarious.
sweet. She's a fierce competitor, but very, very sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we liked them whenever we were doing our cast assessment, and so.
I mean, you don't get any more competitive. And far as being in front of a crowd or have pressure on you, whenever they were at the Olympics, you're probably talking 170,000 people live, not counting the million people, millions of people across the world that was watching live at the same time. It don't get any bigger than that, and they handled it well.
Right, exactly.
I was gone, and I had Kelly and Levon sign it, and I actually laminated it. They're like, "Why do you want my signature?" I was like, "Because you're freaking awesome."
That's great. We whenever we were doing y'all's cast assessments, we latched on to Kelly and Levon because when they asked them, what is y'all's biggest worry about traveling, most people talked about like losing their passports and the typical things that you think of, and I think maybe Levon responded with being taken. I was like, yes, that is the best answer, because if you land in a foreign country, unless your dad is Liam Neeson, that's a legitimate fear.
She's funny too.
I
think she was afraid to come to Dayton at first, and then she was like, "You rednecks are all right."
That's great.
What is one thing that you had to take them to do when they visited?
Well, they hadn't been, but we're after COVID, and probably it'll be next noodling season. But we've had a lot of people say they're going to come noodle with us. So.
Yeah, we want Jasper.
Oh,
to come.
That's great.
Oh yes, that has to be on your YouTube channel. Like, we all deserve to see you guys take them noodling.
Yeah. Well, Kelly said she'll come, but she's not putting her head underwater. and spoiler alert too. Like, if you didn't know, that when we were in Tobago, that was first time Kelly had ever put her head underwater.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's Kelly. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Wow.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. My kid is just screaming his head off over here. So professional.
So we talked off air about y'all not being real big TV fans, but now that this has opened the door for the CBS reality shows, would y'all ever do The Amazing Race again? Or what about like Survivor? That seems like that might be kind of up your alley.
So for sure, yes, 100%. But I'm going to tell you what I want to do, and then I'm going to go on here. I want to get on Naked and Afraid.
Yes, there you go.
So I can set the camera off in the woods. If you can picture this in your mind, camera off in the woods, empty shot. Boom! I come swinging in naked on a grapevine, and I'm singing, "I came in like a wrecking ball." That's the only reason I want to get on that show. I want to get on Naked and Afraid like that.
Okay, we will tweet out this clip. We will at Naked and Afraid and let them know that you've got an intro idea for them.
Yeah. You're on.
When we first started this and stuff, I was in 100%. I was going to do it. I asked Nathan, and Nathan told me no. So I was kind of pissy about that. And then I circled around and asked a bunch of other people to go with me, and either people didn't want to be on national TV, couldn't take a month off work, or they just weren't the right fit for me. And then finally Nathan came around. Well, he's a very good family man. 100% best dad ever met by far. Yeah, he's an awesome dad. So he hadn't left his family for that long ever, and he's very close.
And it's a lot. I'm in a different situation than Cody. I got a wife and 2 kids. And so to just up and leave, and there is no contact. You have absolutely no contact with your family for a month. So, it was, if it wasn't for my supportive wife to go, "Hey, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You better go do it." I wouldn't have went. So I have a lot to thank for her,
Cheers to Nathan's wife for giving us this gold team. So glad that we got to see y'all.
Yeah, friendship goals. So I'm thinking, Cody, that if you went ahead and on your own just filmed the naked grapevine scene and sent it to Survivor, they would probably be like, yeah, we need this.
I've already got that. So I'll have it sent within the next 5 minutes. So, like that.
So I'm going to do this as soon as we get off the air. So y'all just be ready.
Just so happened to have that video. I don't know why. But...
do you ever watch the new show, Tough as Nails?
Yeah, I watched some of it. I didn't watch the whole season, but I did.
I like it. I like it. I think I might be interested in doing it.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I could definitely see you going on that show and doing pretty good.
Yep. Yeah, I like the whole aspect of it is nobody gets eliminated.
Right.
That's the part.
Yeah, so you have an opportunity to win money all throughout, and even if you're not in the individual part, you're still in the team part. So, and you've already got the in with Phil, so I think you got a good shot at it.
All right.
Is Phil in y'all's group text?
No.
Oh.
He's probably a little more busy than we are.
Yeah, I'd say
so. He's probably got a thing or two going on.
Yeah, I'd say.
So whenever you go,
I was going to pop up this comment. Our friend Uncle John says, you can tell these guys are very humble and have respect for anyone and everyone. Very good dudes. And so
thank you.
Lots of comments in the chat about, y'all just seeming so genuine. So that's always good to see.
Yeah, I think
a nice change of pace.
What you say is what you get with me and Cody. It's not done up where I wouldn't even know how to act different just for the camera. It's just what it is.
I loved at the end of whenever Phil told you guys that you were eliminated and y'all do the I don't remember who was holding who, but y'all hopped in each other's one of y'all was holding the other one.
Cody was holding me.
Yeah. Is this a regular thing that y'all do?
That was
Cody
not,
just carries you around.
That was not rehearsed. And on our intro, I'm in Cody's arms too. And whenever they're showing the cast coming through. And so whenever we were walking out, I told Cody, I was like, are you ready? And he goes, yeah. And I didn't even tell him what I was going to do. And I just jumped and he called me and he carried me out.
That was so good. I was like, those are bros.
Yeah.
We did the intro filming and stuff, and they're like, do something unique, and everybody does the back-to-back shoulder
or a high
five or whatever. And I was like, I want Nathan to get on my shoulders. So they're like, oh, that's neat. We haven't done that before. They're like, well, we can't get you in the shot. They're like, you got anything else? We're like, of course. So we did that. They're like, in 32 seasons, we've never had anybody do that.
Not even asked to do it.
They were like, do you have anything else? You're like, I sure do. Do you have a grapevine?
Y'all want to see my audition tape for Naked and Afraid?
Yeah.
I'll bust it out here too. So what was your best experience that y'all took away from your time on The Amazing Race?
As far as what we filmed or as far as what went on?
Any of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think it's
the behind the scenes would be even better.
Well, I think it's more of just being able to be friends with the cast. I think we, in all we really did make some really good friends. Like even Levon and Kelly or Gary and D'Angelo. Like me and Cody would never have the opportunity just to sit down in a room with that level of athlete and have a conversation. And now I don't even think I was them as athletes. They're just people we talk to, just friends.
Yeah, just your friends, Kelly and Levon, the Olympians, and Gary and
Exactly.
D'Angelo, the NFL players. No big deal.
Even like my wife talks to them now, and so she's buddies with them, and it's just like we were sitting at last Friday, we were sitting at just a local football game, and I'm sitting here texting with a Olympic athlete, no big deal.
No big deal at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is probably one of the coolest. What had y'all ever raced with goats before?
Raced?
With holding the goats?
No, never raced goats before. Didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
But they had a whole stadium that was like on Easter, their Easter is they race. That's like the Super Bowl of what they do is they race goats.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that from the show.
Yeah, they have a whole stadium built just to race goats.
That is awesome.
What makes us mad is not they cut a lot of the stuff, and the funny stuff I think they cut out. Nathan wanted and challenged the guys, the goat racers, to a foot race.
Barefoot. They were barefoot.
And they smoked
us.
So go ahead.
We asked if they could race them, and they were just gone. So
That's great. So did y'all have to run with the goats more than once, or were you able to hang on to them the first time?
Yeah, they cut that out, and they told us we did the best with the goats of anybody out of the whole cast. So
yeah,
first try, no problem.
Try,
just run behind them and they run, no big deal.
And then,
that's great.
The guys down there were laughing and making fun of me. They're like, "You have done this before." I was behind the goat going, "Yeah, come on now,
You're like, look, no, we don't have goat racing, but I'm from Kentucky and we do some horse racing, so I understand this."
Yeah.
So whenever you leave the show and feels like, you're the last team, you've been eliminated, how quickly do you get to go home, and do you get to do anything extra, while you're still there, or how does that look?
Well, no, you do not get to go home because I'm sure most people know you will be on the last episode whenever they do the finish line. So they keep all the cast together. And I'm not sure how much we can talk about of the behind the story, but no, you do not go home. So
okay, so they keep y'all. I always just assumed that they flew you back in.
Yeah, I was like, they just bring them back.
No, they go to you. They get sent to a sequester house.
Okay.
So it's kind of like Survivor. They have Ponderosa.
Great. We get to make really good friends with everybody on the cast that gets eliminated.
Right. So you got to hang out with everyone for the duration of the show, just not in the racing. But y'all don't get to travel to all the different locations. Where was y'all's sequester house?
I don't know.
You don't even know where it was.
Oh, we know where it was at.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah. No, you don't have to go into that.
Okay.
That's cool though. We do have a question over here. Did you guys like what little you saw in Trinidad and Tobago? And if given the opportunity, would you be back?
I loved it. The people, Nathan's going to talk about the people, but I'm also going to talk about the water. I want to go down there and scuba dive a little bit and see what they've got underwater. But I know Nathan.
Yeah, I mean, everywhere we went, and, I think today's media doesn't show a lot of positivity. And everywhere we went, and some places their native tongue is not English. Their first, it's not English. And everybody was super nice, super supportive. Anything we needed, they took care of. Helped us out as much as they possibly could. So I really like how the Amazing Race shows. There is a lot of positivity out there.
Yeah. I think definitely, the Amazing Race is one of the, I don't know if y'all don't watch Big Brother, but that it's like going from me and Kelly also cover Big Brother, and so we were like, oh, we get to do the Amazing Race now. Like, it doesn't. We don't know if it has as many views as Big Brother, but it's just so much more lighthearted and seeing the different cultures, and it's just so much more uplifting as a show in general. So it's, really positive to hear that you guys had such a positive experience on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Big Brother's, it's too much drama. I can't do it.
It's a lot of drama. So that's one
drama.
CBS show that y'all would not do.
I wouldn't personally. No, I wouldn't do it.
Cross that one off the list.
It's tough. I mean, they're in the house, all day, and live feeds are showing them at all times of the day, and there's a lot of pressure that comes along with that show.
Well, if me and Cody went, if we got to go together, you just see me and Cody over in the corner talking, being nice to each other. That's all you would see.
Yeah, we wouldn't provide a lot of drama.
No, they'd be like, we gotta get these guys off here. They don't do
and we're just going to evict them because they're not giving us.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I don't have any other questions. Kylie, do you have any more?
No,
all right. Well, it has been our chat is kind of wrapping up. It has been so much fun talking to you guys. Thank you so much for coming on. We're glad we got you on as quick as we did, and it's been such a pleasure talking to y'all. Y'all are so fun. Y'all are the people that everyone feels like they can be friends with. Just genuine, down to earth. Where can people follow you guys at on social media?
The best place if you want to just if you want to have a good laugh, just look up Cody's YouTube channel. It's at Cody Buell. So on YouTube,
Okay.
that's probably the best.
All right.
We will
So-
link it in our description. We'll go
Okay.
find it, link it in our description so that everyone can go check it out.
Before we close and stuff, we do want to be the team of positivity. We want to spread that word that you don't have to do great things to be a great person. The little things that you do every day can have a huge impact on people, holding the door, smiling, and you may do stuff that a stranger remembers positively years in the future. So go out there and love each other, hug where you can, and just be good to each other.
Yep, it don't cost nothing to be nice.
Yeah.
Well, I
love
don't think we can end it any better than that.
We cannot end it any better than that. Well, thanks everyone who joined us live in the chat. Don't forget to subscribe to the Russell Hantz Show and drop us a thumbs up and a comment on your thoughts on today's episode. All right. Well, cheers. Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Y'all have a blessed day. See ya.